Spike Lee endorsed by Kamala
Not history.
Harris.
This is her story. She's going to be the first woman to be president of this United States of America. Blended family, the whole Howard University, HU, So this is a amazing moment in the history of these United States of America. And we gotta go forward, not backwards. We gotta go forward, we gotta advance. You want to bring equity around this nation where we will lead the world. So, I travel a lot of times outside the United States, and when this guy was president, people, total strangers, would pull me and say, "What the hell is going on?"
Donald Trump.
Yes. I try not to say his name, but people, total strangers on planes, just walking around all the world saying, "What is wrong with America? How did that guy get elected?" So those 4 years where the world was looking at us like with the side eye, like WTF, and we know what that means.
Pause. Pause. Can we talk about it? Well, let's talk about it. Let's discuss. But before we discuss, right? How y'all feeling today? Can we start with a smile? Can we start with something? Let's start with positivity over negativity always, right? So leave them comments where y'all from, how you feeling today. Give us some positive quotes in the chat. None of the negativity, right? But election year is here. It's 2024. Is that correct? Smash that like button if you agree. Tell a friend and tell a friend. This is the beginning. This is not the end. Spike Lee. I guess you're lining up with them as well, just as much as Charlamagne and Obama and everyone else is lining up with the Democratic Party. My question is, ¿cuántos? My question is, how much? How much are they paying you, right, to go against what's best for America as a whole or the world? I want to know how much, Spike Lee. Did they tell you, Did they tell you, you know what, you can't shoot any more great movies if you don't support us? Or was you doing this for a funding opportunity to say, you know what, I may need to shoot some more movies, and I don't want to offend the wrong party or the right party, so let me just choose a side, right? And I'm here to tell you, it's okay if you choose the Democrats. That's your own personal reasons. But I just want to know why. And I'll tell you why I chose the other side. Or why, when I vote, I like policies, but I understand that on both sides, there's problems in each document on both sides. But what America needs is leadership, and they need someone that's aggressive and affirm, and they need someone that have a business relationship with all these conglomerates. So the answer is obviously was best fit. Do I think she's best fit for this position? No, I don't. Would she get respect? Imagine her being a world leader, right? And she's commanding people, other men around the world, on what they can and can't do as far as psychology goes. Now, I'm not against women being in a leadership position. No, I am not sexist. I think, some positions as far as management and this and that, they're good at. Some of them run great companies too, right? But I think the majority of that realm is filled up with testosterone and men. So a woman would then have to change her biology in order to survive, and that's what I'm against. From a biblical perspective as well. But Spike Lee, it just goes to show, he said, not his story, but her story. Now, I knew that history was one-sided because I knew it was three sides to a story. His side, her side, and the truth. So it being her story, does that still lead us to the truth? Because the ultimate thing is the truth. So I don't believe that will. That's just my opinion. Your vote, Your choice. I'm just here to bring you the facts, bring you the information, right? So now I look at Spike Lee as if he's like another Charlamagne. To me, Spike Lee is compromised now. And it's funny, because once you see things, you can't unsee it, right? Now I know so much about the political realm now I see why people do what they do. Because at first people didn't understand it. And I'm here to tell you this, as far as people, as far as the black culture, just as far I've identified something. And I'm gonna do a whole segment on this, but the internet, it's a blessing and it's also a curse. And the other day I just had a realization, right? And I said, you know what? People are communicating, black, white, Asian, people, aliens, whatever, animals. People are communicating more than ever before because we have a gateway that allows us to communicate instantaneously, which is called the internet. So the internet allows you to communicate instantaneously. The media conglomerate is no longer, let's just say, valid or at the top of the totem pole or the pyramid. This is why. You say something today, right? 30 years, 40, 50 years ago, you had to believe in what was said and you had to do the research. And then you had to have your own media network, which you couldn't back then, in order to spill the story or tell the story or write your own newspapers or anything to get the word out, the message out, right? But the message could be right, wrong, it could be fake or real, it could be information that's facts or information that's not, right? Or propaganda, right? But we didn't get to choose that narrative. That narrative was already chosen for us. Now in 2024 and beyond, right? Now if somebody says something, you can fact check them in an instantaneously. So I think that we as people are communicating. Communication is the first key to break things through. Transparency, right? I think that's a leg up because I see more men communicating about relationship problems. Hey, you going through that too? Oh, me too. What should I do? So that bridged the gap between fathers being missing in the household. I see women now actually having a voice and not going on the choo-choo train as far as the Me Too movement. Now women are speaking up and they're saying, hold on, Kamala. Let's not do this identity thing. Just give us some something to work with and we're gonna decide. But don't force us to decide and or shame us for not choosing you. Because you know that's trauma and that's actually within your DNA. So a lot of people to me are waking up due to the internet, due to the fact that you can cross-check information. But it's also gonna be a curse because there's so much information that you have to find out how to decipher for you to get to the right. You have to find out how to decipher in order for you to get to the right information. So I'm saying it all to say that we're moving along, we're moving forward, not backwards. And to me, Spike Lee made a statement saying that, hey, if we elect Kamala Harris, we're actually moving forward. But all her policies, and I can read, right? If you can read, you can see all her policies, most of them is copycat either. She's playing defense against Trump, which means she's playing the second string. So I don't, and then her policies as far as telling you price gauging, telling business owners what they need to sell their products for, that never worked. You can look that up in history. Don't believe me. Look it up for yourself. That never worked in history. For example, look what happened to Venezuela. They did the same tactic. It did not work. So on that note, let me know what you think about this. Smash that like button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is the beginning. This is not the end. Another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. Boom. And remember, positivity over negativity, always.